Hi there. I'm Alexis Shotwell, and I'm here to introduce you to and invite you to think about joining the social justice stream in the Department of Sociology and Anthropology. So, in this stream, we have 4 classes, and we're really starting from this impulse that animates so much of what we do in the department. And when we came together to put these classes into a stream for you, we wanted to really offer a sort of package or a bundle that exemplified some of the best of what we do in our program. So there's an old saying from Marx that philosophers have only interpreted the world, but the point is to change it. And that's something that animates all of sociology, right? Like that's a core impulse that says, we don't want to just know why things are bad. We want to know how people have transformed them. And we want especially to know how people have gotten together and worked together and made the world a different and better place. So there's a certain way that you'll have encountered this in so many of your classes. It's an abiding interest for all of us. But in this stream, you really can come together with a cohort of other students who share your passion for justice and for figuring out how do people actually make change? How do they make a difference? Ordinary people, right? Not heroes, not martyrs, but people just like you and me. How have they come together and done amazing things? Because they really have. So maybe one thing about this cluster, this stream that I want you to really know is that in times like this, when things feel awful, when there are huge forces of injustice and oppression, we can come to have a lot of despair and to feel like there isn't anything that we can do, or like it's really stupid and useless to be going to university while the world is on fire. And one of the things that we want to offer you is this sense that you can know and understand that things are not hopeless because people come together and work on them. So if nothing else, these 4 classes will give you a sense of the amazing power that people have in their collective work, however they're directing it, right? There are many different kinds of politics. There are many different ways of changing the world. And this stream is interested in giving you an opening, a way to see many different versions of that work, how they're connected, how they're different. So it's a way of coming together and opening this out with other people. So this is a degree option. It's open to sociology BA honors students and combined honors students. Like I said, there are 4 classes, 1 at the 2nd year level, 2 at the 3rd year level, and 1 at the 4th year level. To receive credit and get a notation for the stream, you have to take all 4 courses. But you can also just take any of them just because you're like, I want to know more about how people change the world. That sounds great. And there are usually a lot of people in the classes who aren't formally in the stream. Sometimes there are people who take one of the classes and then they're like, I want to take all of these. This is great. So in the first one, which is Sociology 2170, Foundations in Social Justice, there's just a really foundational giving you the footing, the traction, what you need in order to understand what social justice is, what theories are about it, how people have done it. In Sociology 3170, we really bring the community into the classroom. So this class will connect you to people here in Ottawa and also other places who are currently doing work. So sometimes we do this by bringing people in to tell you about it. Sometimes there'll be options to go out and go to actions, manifestations, meetings, feel what's happening. In Sociology 3430, is a more theoretical, historical understanding of social movements. So historical case studies, current struggles, and that gives you a bit more of that global scope, big scope. And the kind of capstone, really amazing class that we have, 4170 in the 4th year, community engaged sociology. It's small teams where you're partnered up with a community-based social organization here in Ottawa, and you get to really apply hands-on sociological knowledge and work with people outside of the university. So all 4 of these classes give you a lot of experiential learning. We're hearing from people in the sort of job placement services that this is one of the things that students are able to really quickly parlay into feeling connected and finding jobs and opportunities and ways of thinking about how they want to manifest and be in the world. The classes all will have different focuses. They're often, really interesting, pulling from lots of different things, and very much dependent on who's teaching them. So you'll always have a prof who is deeply knowledgeable, engaged, and passionate about what they're doing in that particular class. So please reach out if you have any questions about the social justice stream. I look forward to seeing you there.